Hi, this is Amanda Stablein here with you again to talk to you some more about Google Docs and Drive. Today we're going to talk about some advanced features. I'm going to demonstrate how some of the advanced things... Hi, it's Amanda Stablein again here with you to talk about Google Docs and Drive some more. Today we're going to talk about some advanced things within Google Docs. I'll demonstrate some of the advanced things you can do inside of a Google Doc, such as where to find a Google Doc template, publishing a document to the web, using Researcher, using revision history, and inserting comments and suggested editing modes. I'm going to start by assuming that you already know how to log into your email account and how to access Google Apps and Google Drive. So I'll go quickly through those steps. In the top right corner, I'm clicking on the Apps icon and choosing Drive. And to start off with, before I show you anything, I'm just going to open up a Google Doc that I've created as a test. So in the top, I'll type in the word test to search for it. And doc test is the document we'll use to get started. And the first thing I want to show you is how to find a Google Doc template. And if I click on the word File and New, and then at the bottom of the New menu it says From Template, I can choose From Template and it will open up a new tab. And here's where I can choose a different template to use instead of a blank Word document. For right now I'm in the Google Kelowna School District templates list, and we do not have any saved for our entire domain. But if I click on public templates, for example, there are quite a few of them, and then on the side I can sort them by hottest or all types, maybe all categories. Maybe I'll start off with going to students and teachers and seeing which templates they feel are going to be the most usable. If I'm searching for something specific, maybe I'm looking for a lesson plan template, I can type in the words lesson plan at the top in the search bar and click on search templates. And there are quite a few that will come up in the list for searching templates. Now you can kind of see a preview in the side here. If you want to preview it larger, you can just click on the word preview next to that template. It'll show you what the template looks like. And then if you choose that this is the one that you want to use, you can click on use this template and it will actually make a copy of that template as a new Google Doc for you. I'm going to go back into the templates. Outside of school, maybe I would be looking for a budget that I could use for home. So I would search the templates for budgets, and there are lots of different budgets. Some other things that I Googled just to look around were student certificates, and calendars was another template I looked for. If you wanted to create a Google Doc and then submit that as a template, maybe I created a lesson plan template that I want everyone in the school to use, I could then submit a template by clicking on Submit a Template in the right top corner. I would choose from my Google Docs which of those, and then I would enter in a description. It will then share it so that anyone within Kelowna School District 190 domain will be able to see that template. Next, I'll show you how to publish a doc to the web. I'm going to close out the template screen and I'm back into my doc test, and I can do this two ways. If I click on File, down towards the bottom it says Publish to Web. I can click there and it will give me the option to then publish to the internet. I'm going to close that out. Another way to do that is to click on Share. And as soon as that screen pops up, I can click on Advanced, and where it says Private, I can click Change and then turn that on and publish that onto the web as well that way. Publishing a doc to the web allows you to make your Google Docs content available as a web page that can be shared with an individual, with anyone in your domain or anyone in the world. Once you've published your document, spreadsheet, presentation, or drawing to a web page, a URL is generated that can be shared, bookmarked, and shared with others as you would with any other web page address. It's also necessary to publish documents if you wish to embed them on blogs or on websites so that they can be viewed. The next tool I'll show you is the Research tool. If you want to find information from around the web to use in your documents and presentations, you can use the Research tool. When you first open the research tool, it may show you topics related to what it thinks you're working on based on the contents of your document or your presentation. You can research those topics by clicking on them, or you can type in your own search terms in the search bar. I have a blank Google Doc here, so I'm just going to type in quote about teacher. Maybe that I was typing in a document and I wanted to remind myself to go back and look for a quote about a teacher. Now, in the Tools menu, if I click on Research, on the right-hand side, the research bar will open up and it automatically thinks that I'm looking for information about a teacher. It gives me some websites to look at. If I click on the drop-down menu here, I can choose whether I want it to search the internet for everything, images, scholar, quotes, dictionary, and tables. Well, for this case, I would type it or click on quote. And now I have quite a few quotes that I could choose from to enter into my document. Now, obviously, this would depend on what document type I was creating, but as you notice, once my cursor hovers over one of the quotes, it also gives me the source across the top, which I could then click on and it would take me to that source. It also gives me a button at the bottom that lets me insert that quote directly into my doc. So when I clicked on that, notice that the quote automatically went into that document. When you're conducting a search, the research tool will show you different types of results, which I showed you as this drop-down. If you aren't sure exactly of what you're looking for, I would choose everything. Otherwise, if it's one of these choices, you can then just choose one of those. The last thing I'll show you is the revision history. I'm going to open up a different Google Doc for this because I don't have a lot of revision history for this document. I'll go into this one called Tech Coordinator Completed Tasks. This is one that I used in 2013 just to kind of keep track of the different tasks that I completed on a day-to-day basis. So as you can see, it's just a spreadsheet here. If I click on File, I want to go down to See Revision History, and again that will open up a box on the right-hand side. And then I can go back all the way as far as I wanted to and click on one of these different versions of the document. Let's say I go back to February 21st. When I choose February 21st, it's going to show me what my document looked like on February 21st. And then any changes I made on that day would be highlighted in green. So example there, these two cells are highlighted in green. If I go to, let's say, March 4th, and click on that, it will give me the March 4th version. And again, if I scroll through here, anything that I would have changed on March 4th would be in green. So these are the things that I entered in on March 4th. This would be especially helpful if you have students who are working on maybe a group project and things got deleted or changed that shouldn't have been. You could then go back into this revision history to see what was changed and who changed it. If I had shared this document with someone else's name would have been listed under here as well with a different color, and it would have showed what they made as changes. For this example especially, just talking about editing modes, when you go and try to share this document with someone, they give you a choice of what you want their editing mode to be. Can edit, can comment, and can view. I always suggest to my students that if they're working on an assignment on their own, it should be marked as can comment or can view. That way no one can make changes to their document but themselves. If they're working on a group project, I tell them that they should mark it as can edit because they should be working evenly and fairly as partners, knowing that the revision history tool is there so that we can go back and make changes if we absolutely need to. Can view will allow someone to make a copy of your document, but it will not allow them to make a change to the original document. So to review, today I demonstrated some of the advanced things that you can do inside of a Google Doc, such as where to find a Google Doc template, publishing a document to the web, using Researcher, using revision history, and inserting comments and suggested editing modes. Next time, I'll talk about Google Doc and Drive student and teacher tips and tricks. Until then.